We can see your screen. So
All
after
right.
it,
So tell me, Lisa, you were saying something?
sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Oh, okay. So now, good. You can see my screen. So I'm just going to save this file, then save this file, then create another file inside script and call it func.js. Now, function in JavaScript is actually a way of you. For example, we wrote a program last week that talked about that checked if it's going to rain tomorrow and will bring umbrella, right? So function is a way of you grouping a particular program together so that you can actually possibly use them in multiple ways. Of course, if we are going to write a program like which is going to check weather, right? So the best things that will happen is that we will definitely kind of group it inside a function, right? So that we can actually use it in multiple ways. For example, let me say a sum now. If we have, if you want to check maybe 1 plus 1, yeah, it will have been easier for us to say something like this. So I'm just going to put it on the screen to be possible for us. First, we'll declare a variable, yeah, for the first and the second number, and the second number, right? And the next is that we'll declare another variable, ideally, which is going to hold the sum of the first and the second number, right? Declare uh, the sum value to hold the first, to hold the total of the first and the second number. All right. Now, finally, we then console log this particular uh, sum, right? So ideally, if now, for example, if we say first number um, const first number, sorry, first number is equal to 5, const second number is equal to 5. Yeah. Then const total number is equals to first number plus second number. Then we want to console.log total number. So we say something like so. Uh, Total number is equal to this. Now, if I clear my screen, sorry, and I want to run this function, let me check if I'm inside that directory. Yes, I am. So if I run node func.js, now we get the total number is 10. Is that correct, Divine? Divine, is that correct?
Yes, sir, it's correct.
Okay, good. Now, Divine, what if I want to add 3 plus 9? What is going to happen? Okay, it's like Divine is not the mic is muted again. Lisa, so what if I want to add 3 plus 5? What is going to happen with this way?
3. We don't
Yeah.
have any variable called 3 now, like that has the value of 3.
So that means I will have to change the first number to 3 and change the second number again to 9, right?
Yeah.
If I want to do 3 plus 9, I have to change the first number to 3 and change the second number to 9. Perfect.
Mm, yeah.
Then, Akolade, if I want to do 10 plus 20, what am I going to do?
You need to edit it back because this const you
Exactly.
cannot add another number. You cannot add another thing again because it's
Ex-
const.
exactly. And that is
Yeah.
where function comes handy. If I declare a function that is called sum, right? That function can add, as long as it's addition, I can use it for any kind of numbers, maybe 1 plus 1, 1 plus 10, 1 plus 100, like so, right? So that is where, so you can see the advantage of function now, because as it is now, if I want to add any different numbers, I will have to change the variables to add it. But if I have a function that can take two numbers and add the two numbers, right, and output for me the total of the two numbers, then all I just need is to just give it any two numbers, then it's going to add it, right? And that is where function comes in. And in JavaScript, to actually declare functions, there are two ways. And there is one way that is kind of like a, I wouldn't want to call it old fashioned, but it's more like the conventional way, right? Where you actually say something like this. I'm going to comment out this, okay? Oh no. All right. I'm going to comment out this. To declare a function in JavaScript, the first way you type the key function, like so. Then you type the name. And what is the name of the function we want to, uh, uh, now in this case, we want to add two numbers. So tell me, Lisa, what do you think would be perfect name for our function?
Um,
We want the function to be able to add two numbers together and
this
give
is
us the result. Say again.
some.
Some. Okay, very good. That's very good name to give it. Then another person, maybe wrote to me, what do you think would be a perfect name for our function here? We want to add two numbers together and we want to name the function. What do you think we should name the function? Wrote to me.
Yes, sir. We can say add.
Okay, okay, add. Okay, another good name. Savior.
Total.
Okay, total. Okay, very good. All of you are very correct, right? So maybe I will take, and your function declaration, this is called function declaration, okay? Function declaration also should start, that means your function name now should start with small letter, just like you're naming your variables, right? You can start your function with capital letter or numbers, all right? So let's say we name it sum, right? And you can see that right inside here is showing params, right? It's showing params. Before I get into these params, I will do something. I will remove this. Then we are going to come back to that params. If I console the log here and I put it, how do you write? Hello world, right? Now, if I save this file, this is called function declaration, right? Function declaration. And the next thing I need to do for your function to actually output what, so to output whatever you put inside your function is that I need to, let me change the name of this. I'll call it greetings. All right, greetings. Okay, I'll save it. Now, nobody. Yeah. So now for your function to output or to work, you already, this is declaration. So we need to now call the function. And how do you call your function? You call your function like this. Okay. Before I show that, if I save the file and I run my function, do you see anything happening in my terminal?
No.
No. Beautiful. Do you know why?
No.
Okay. Do anybody have any idea why
I
it's
think
not sure?
I think we need to return the greeting.
We need to return it. How do you mean return?
Like from the block, maybe we need to return the greeting because we console log it already and it's not coming out. So
Yes, sir. Okay. That's very good try. Any other person?
Can I try?
Yeah, Lisa. I see your hand.
Oh, I think we need to call the function.
Okay, perfect. I actually was trying to explain that. Very good one. You need to call the function. And Akolade, you were not completely wrong, but you're not right. Right? Returning a value inside a function is what we are still going to get to. Okay, but we are not there yet. But for your function to actually work, you have to call the function. And how do you call the function in JavaScript? You type the name of the function, then you call the two parentheses. You can see like this. This is how you call your function. If I save it now and I run the script again, do you see? Now my function is working, right? Now, remember that you have something inside of this before, which is params, right? Your function, okay, before I go to the params, any question about your function declaration and calling of your function? Invoking, you can say invoke now. That calling of function is going to mean the same thing as you invoking your function. Does that make sense? So do we have anybody that has any question regarding declaring your function and invoking your function? Any questions?
Not from my end.
Okay. Who else and
My question is
perfect.
there a must we go to another line to call the function, or we can just since there is a bracket in front of the greetings, can we just put our functions there, or we have to go to the next line?
Okay. If I get your question correctly, if I will answer it raw, the way you ask it, yes, you have to call your function from another line. Yes, there are some functions that are self-invoking functions, right? That you don't have to invoke them after you declare them, right? But most of your functions, you will need to have to invoke them after uh, after declaring them. I'm not sure
Okay,
if
sir.
that question is satisfactory enough.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah, Rotimi.
Yeah, I think that English is a little bit close to me. Invoke and call.
Yes,
Are they not somehow related?
yes. Like what I said they are the same thing. Wasn't that what
Okay.
I said, Lisa? Was that not what I said? Hello, Lisa. Can you hear me? Akolade, can you hear me? Oriade, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so was that what I said? Calling and invoking the same, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Any other person with any questions, please? Okay, I will assume there's no question. So let's move forward. Then now let's talk about params in functions. All right. Params means parameter, right? It means, for example, now we want this function to be able to go to the next level. So I want this function to be able to get someone's name, right? And also greet the person. For example, maybe get Lisa's name, right? So in that case, I'm going to pass a parameter here. Your parameter can be named anything. As it is, it's going to be a variable name, right? But you are passing it inside a function. Remember, what you're passing directly inside your function is called parameter. Parameter. So now we want this function to be able to get a name. Then we want this function to greet that person. So we want to use template literal. We want to say, hi, the name, like so, right? Now, it's expected that if we, now, as it is now, you see, we just pass a name. This name is a kind of a variable that we have or that we have embedded inside this function. So now, as it is now, I can use this function anywhere. For example, I'm going to do it into 3 places. Now, if I want to invoke this function, if I invoke it now, it's going to give us error, I believe. Yeah, you see, it's saying hi, undefined. Why? Because we haven't passed any argument. I need you to take note of this. What you pass directly inside your function when you are declaring your function is called parameters. By the time you are invoking your function, what you pass inside is called argument. Lisa, what do you pass inside your function when you are invoking it? Lisa, what do you pass inside your function when you are invoking it? We are going to wait till she responds. Okay, let's turn our camera on, all of us. Okay. Lisa, your camera on. Akolade, your camera. Rotimi, your camera. Divine, your camera. Okay, great. So, Lisa, your camera is still not on.
Okay,
You
I'm
have
turning it on.
you have 60 seconds to do that. So while you're turning it on, so what do you pass inside your function when you are invoking it? What do you call it?
When you are calling the function,
Correct.
you pass an argument.
You pass an argument. Beautiful. So now you need to take note of it because it can be confusing sometimes. When you invoking your function, you pass an argument. When you are declaring your function, you pass params. Okay. Now,
Please, can you give me a
okay,
minute? Let me switch this in.
no problem. So you have 60 more seconds.
Okay.
What you mean? Um, Divine. Let's see if it's going to work. And I'm going to ask why. So we see now I have hi Lisa, hi Rotimi, hi Divine, right? So I can use this function anywhere I want to use it. All I just have to do is to do what? Passing the parameter. We see that, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's now go back to that function that is actually doing mathematics. right? Which is sum. So to explain that our function can actually take more than one params, take more than one parameter. So I'm going to, but now you see one way of declaring function, right? To declare the sum function, I'm going to show us the second way or another way or the most used way now, okay, when you are declaring functions. Make sense? So most people, as is referred to, we mostly call it arrow function. So you are going to have something like this, const, then the name of the function, we want to call it add numbers, right? Function. Then you have parentheses, then you have arrow here, then open and close curly braces. This is another way you declare function in JavaScript. This is called arrow function. It's fondly referred to as arrow function. Take your time and just look at it. Of course, I don't know why. If you look at my code, I'm not so sure that you can see function declaration like this in my code, or most people now are. So it's good this way. It's cleaner, so they say, but your functions still do the same thing. And I will say that there are no better ways to actually declare your function. So I wouldn't say that one is better than the other. I'm not sure if I'm making sense.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we want to pass in parameters for two numbers, right? Because we want to add two numbers together. So I want to say first number, comma, second number. Now, inside my function, I want to say something like let total number equals to first number plus second number. Then I want to console the log total number. Now, we have a working function declare right now. So I can use this function now to add any number, any two numbers I want to add. So for me to declare, to invoke my function, we're still going to invoke it the same way we invoke the other one. So I'm going to say add number. So I'm just going to say number 1, 1 and 2, add number, 3 and 4, add number, 5 and 6. So now on my console, I should be able to get 3, 7, and 11, right? So if I run my function, now we'll see our function. So now this number, this function is dynamic now. It can take as many numbers as any two numbers you want to add and add them for you. So you don't have to worry about the variables again. All you just have to do is pass your function. Pass your argument inside a function, any two arguments you want to add together. Does it make any sense at all? Excuse me. Does this make any sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any questions?
Please, can you scroll up to the top, like above the bit, so we
I
can
didn't get
see
you.
the. Can you scroll up to the like top, so we can see like the entire code? Uh-huh.
Any questions? Now,
So,
okay, ask me, Lisa.
okay. So we have a function called add numbers, right?
Yes,
In the
we have.
function, we have two parameters, first number,
Mhm,
second number.
mhm,
And then inside of the function, we also
mhm.
have total number
So
called
you call it the block.
the block. Yeah, the
Yeah.
block inside the
Mm,
function block.
mhm.
We have total number, then we are outputting total number. So we can actually create a function without the keyword function. We can use like cons.
Yeah, this is arrow function. It's still function, right? So you see most people actually declare their function this way.
Okay.
I can say like maybe almost about 95%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to understand that actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
So
all
there
right.
are two
Thank you.
ways you declare functions in JavaScript.
Okay.
So these are the two ways that you declare your functions. So, but I
Okay.
wouldn't say that one is better than the other. It now depends on your
Okay.
preference now.
Okay. Please, sir, can you? I don't know if you can. Okay, we're getting the video recording afterwards, right?
No, I'm not promising that though.
Okay, please, can we get this block of codes from 19 to 22 and then the original one, just this other one
Okay, maybe. Now,
from
let me say,
18
okay,
to.
we might get the video.
Okay.
Good. Now, what I want us to do now, remember that we actually when we were talking about weather yesterday, was it yesterday on Friday, sorry. This particular code, right? When we talked about if, right? Do you remember? Lisa, tell him to allow you concentrate that you get back to him.
Not with him, it's my
Okay.
some young girl here that is distracting me and
Now,
making me phone.
we all remember the weather program we wrote last week, right? That has to do with bring umbrella, cloudy, and sort of, right? You remember
Yes.
that while we were writing that function, we had to start changing, right? What weather is like for us to actually get uh, the output because we are using if. So we are going to rewrite that same function now, and you are going to do it. You are going to write that program, and you are going to write it in a function so that we will be able to just pass as many whether we want to check. So that means you're going to declare your function, and inside your function, you are going to have your if statement. And based on that if statement, then your function is going to output whatever you want it to output. Does that make sense? So I know it doesn't take up to 5 minutes for us to do that. What I want you to do first, write it inside a paper, if possible. Or if you think you can just go all ahead to write it inside your uh your your terminal. I'm going to review everything. So what I want to do is I'm going to grab this if statement. I'm going to take it to the function uh, space so that you can see the if statement and the function together so that you will know how you want to add them together. I just want us to know how you combine all of these things together. Does that make sense? Does it
Yes,
make
sir.
sense? Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
How do I do this? Let me collapse this. Let me collapse this. So there is no way I want to keep this. Okay, I'm just going to remove all of this and paste this if statement on top. Okay, so you can see my screen right like this, right? So you have the screen. So write your function that is going to uh, output a response based on whatever argument you pass into it. Your time start now. So we've got 15, no, 20 minutes to write that. Lisa, you want to ask a question?
Yes, so we have to write okay, to output any value that we give to
You,
it.
not value. You are to write a function which
Okay.
is going to tell you whatever you need to do based on the argument. Remember that on Friday we wrote a weather I wouldn't call it
Okay.
a program. That's why I put this if statement on top, right? And it's telling us if
Okay.
it's cloudy, do this. If it's do this, right? So now you are going to make that a function now, so that we don't have to go and edit our weather variable, but based on the argument we pass into that function, then the function should tell us whatever it wants us to do. Make sense?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you have it was going to be 20 minutes, but now it's 15, it's 19 minutes. So we circle back by by 8 o'clock. So now I'll get back to you by 8 o'clock. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's write it. Let's write the function.
This your place tight, it's still they give us stress. How for you? Where? Where, sir? There go. There go. Like it. Sorry. TV they go. Salem. 700. 700. I beg. Sir? Salem are the you come down.
We should be done with the function by now, right? Aren't we? Lisa, are you done?
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Almost. Okay. You have a question? Ask me.
So what if we want to say, for example, if let's say tomorrow weather is not the same thing as cloudy?
No, I didn't get that question.
You know, we are comparing. Okay. I think I've answered myself.
Yes, and look at the screen. You know, when you have your if block, you have if, then you have else if,
Yeah.
then else, which is going to be the last one on the block. But you can have as many else if, as many as possible, just as you see it in line 3 here. That's the reason why I left this on the screen so that you can refer to it. Akolade, I hope by now you're done with your function. Can you turn on your camera, Akolade? Oriade, Savior, Divine. So Akolade, it should be done by now, right? Akolade, are you done?
No, sir. I said no, sir. No, sir. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to ask any question?
Sorry, sir. From your function, like this number, add
Yes.
two number.
Yes.
You started with const without adding function from the top.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rotimi, please hold up. Number 19. Yes, this is one function. Okay, this is another way of declaring function. All right, this is line 12 to line 13 is one way of declaring your function. You start with keyword function, then the name of the function, then the parentheses, then curly braces, which is going to be your function block, right? But there is another way of declaring your function in JavaScript, which is called arrow function, which is from 19 to 22. So with that, you don't have the keyword function. You just start with const, like you want to declare a variable. Then the name of the function is equal to, then you have parentheses, then you have arrow here. But if this is becoming too difficult as it is now for a start, I understand. I wouldn't mind if you declare your function like this. So I don't care how you declare your function now, as long as it actually going to work and do whatever it wants to do. So you can choose between the first way of declaring function and the second way of declaring function. Am I making sense, Akolade?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Rotimi.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The question is, we should use this. I didn't get the question right anyway. So let me.
Which question didn't you get right? And it's going to almost be 5 minutes over from.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get my question right, and you didn't ask me question before I gave you the time, so how were you supposed to deliver
I've been
the
trying
task?
to reconnect my. If I get it right, sir. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you are still not asked your question.
Yeah, I said I didn't get what you asked us to do in the first place because I was trying to change the
I will
network.
repeat myself. What I ask you guys to do is to create a function that is going to take any argument and return whatever you want you to do based on the one we talked last on Friday. We talked about if it's raining today, bring umbrella. If it's cloudy, bring raincoat and stuffs like that. So you are going to make that a function now, and that function is going to return an output based on the argument you pass into it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Divine, where are you at with
I have a
your
question.
function? Divine. Divine, are you here? Savior.
I
Savior,
have a
are you
question.
here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in transit.
Why,
That's why.
why are you not responding? Oh my God.
I'm in
Okay,
transit and my background was noisy. That was why.
Lisa, you have a question.
Yes, I have a question. So I'm
Okay,
trying
ask.
to. I know it may not seem like this thing. I'm trying to execute this Java
Okay, can you
framework.
share your screen?
Okay, yes, let me share my screen, please. Um, okay, I cannot share my
No,
screen
you can
without.
now. You can now. You can now.
Okay. It still tell me I cannot. While the other participants, so you have to stop
Oh,
sharing.
okay. Let me stop sharing. Sorry. Apologize.
Okay. Um,
I don't even know if this call is being recorded. Is it?
I think so. I saw something like it is being recorded. Let me
Okay. Okay. Okay.
see. I don't know. Okay, so this is mine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So how to like execute the entire
How to
system before?
execute it? Now, if you
Yeah.
go inside your terminal,
Okay.
clear your screen, clear your terminal. You are still on PowerShell. Can you get out of PowerShell, please?
Okay.
Here, down, down, down. No, 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 no. Inside your terminal. Yeah, that arrow down, that arrow up. See the arrow down beside PowerShell. You see PowerShell plus then arrow down. That is how you switch your terminal. Below, yeah, yeah. You see that? Yeah, yeah.
So that's the
Bash,
debugging.
bash, git bash. Go to git bash. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so for you to invoke it, you have to type node, then space. As it is now, then the function, the name of your function. Yeah. If you type, yeah. If you tap, if yeah, you see, it's saying command not
But
found.
installed it. Okay.
Are you sure you have
Oh,
node installed?
oh my God, Mr.
Okay, can you
Nonsense.
type node space dash v dash
Underscore
v
dash.
dash v dash v v for vehicle?
Okay.
So that means you don't have node installed.
I installed it, but not on this PC.
Okay, so can you bring up the PC?
I shut it down.
All right. So can you stop sharing? So Akoladi,
No
where are you
problem.
at?
Ah, Jesus. Let me quickly install it. This is the first
Divine, where are
one.
you at? 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's it.
Oriade, where are you at?
Oh,
So me and my PC, we've been fighting tooth and nail since, but I've just bring it back on now, so I'm getting on it
Okay,
now.
so you have won the battle finally.
Yes, sir.
Thank God. We have to do Thanksgiving in church on Sunday. Just leaving office, I'm experiencing network lag. Okay, it's okay. Oh. So, Lisa, are
Yes,
you
sir.
working on that your PC now, or what are you doing?
Working on it, but I'm trying to. I'm
Or
already
you're trying to
downloading
download another node on that particular PC?
this one. Yes.
All right, perfect.
Mhm. So it's already downloaded.
Okay, perfect. Akolade, where you at?
I'm coming, sir.
No problem. I'm waiting too. Rotimi, where you at? Rotimi, where you at?
Hello, sir.
Yes, where are you at?
Hello. Yeah, I'm trying to get that template, your
Which
formula, so
template?
that I can input
Which template?
my.
Do you need template from my folder?
Uh, no, not but I don't know. My system is not just helping me this night. Maybe it's not.
It's okay, no problem.
So I want to get the.
You want to get what? What exactly do you want to get, Rotimi? I don't understand. Or Lisa, do you understand what he wants to get?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that
Okay.
that let's if that you gave us the other let's rain. So I want to just take a look at how you arrange it, so that I can use it to input my own
I don't
own.
expect you I don't expect you to want to even look at it because I put it on the screen for almost 10 15
He did
minutes
that.
when I gave you the this, so that means you were not here. So come up with your own. Yes, and you have 2 minutes to
Okay.
go.
I wasn't.
2 minutes to go. Akolade, where you at?
Can I share my screen, sir? I did not get
Why
it.
not? Why not? Share your screen. Thank you.
Okay, sure. I'm sharing, sir.
No problem. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Declaring your function, I will give you 5/5. You declared your function, but it's remaining some things, which is the if statement, if block that we talked on the last time, which is going to output based on the weather, right? So, okay, time up. Okay, stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
Stop sharing.
Where will I stop sharing? I've not shared my screen before.
You will see under everybody's picture, you will see one thing that is showing stop. Do you see that?
No, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa, you have a question. Can you shoot me your
Yeah.
question before I move on?
I think what I just did here, I don't know if what I did was correct. Are we supposed to envelope
What
this
was
in
it?
a
What you
block?
showed me? Was it what you showed me? I will give you 0. I just did not want to announce your score. That was the reason why I kept quiet.
Supposed to put it in a function block or something.
Yeah, I did not want to announce your score. That was the reason why I kept quiet and I didn't score you. And I score Akolade.
Correctly.
So I'm going to show us
Um,
now. I'm going to show us
okay.
now. So you are going to see it now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create another file. So I will call it weather.js so that it can be a very clean place. Then we can see what I'm doing there. So give me a minute. So I'll call it weather.js. Now, what I said we should do is that we have a function and you are distracted. Lisa, you are distracted.
I'm okay. I'm fine
Unfortunately,
now.
that I can't do what one of my mentors used to do to us that time. But I won't tell us now. I'll tell us later. So
Okay. Continue,
you are
sir.
back now. No problem.
I'm
Now
back.
we're supposed to, we talked about if block on Friday. Today we talked about function, right? And your function actually makes you to be able to repeat some tasks, right? Without any stress. So what you want to do first, if I say that write a function that is going to take in a parameter, and based on the argument you passed is going to output what you are going to bring along, right? So first thing you need to do is that you want to declare your function. All right, so I'm going to use arrow function here. All right, const check weather. So I'm going to do my parenthesis arrow. Now, this is my function, right? So, but I said that your function should be able to take argument, right? So that means for me to invoke my function with argument, so that means the function declaration needs to take in parameters, right? Good. So I'm going to pass weather here as my parameter, right? So now what I want to do is that I want to check anytime what this weather is going to be like, right? And I'm telling you real truth. Any application, any trick you might have seen in any website, this is just the way it is written. If you can get a hang of your function, then I don't know what you cannot create. Right? So now I'm saying that based on the weather, I want to be able to tell what you are going to bring. Remember, I said your argument, your parameter, as you see it here now, it's a variable. You can see weather is declared, but its value is never read. It's a variable as it is on its own now. It's a variable. So what I want to do, I thought you said you are back, Lisa. Are you sure it's not a guy? Because you are distracting me too, and you're distracting all of us.
No, no. So I actually have a situation here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Okay, you want to prove to
Yeah. So
us that it's not a guy.
yes. Come to my back. Come to
So
my back.
are we sure?
I,
Are we
I,
sure they are not two, and you are saying one should come?
no, I have a situation and
It's
he's
okay.
just throwing something.
No problem. I
So
can see. Yeah, no problem. So now, what's her name?
her name is Cheta.
Oh, okay, okay. So now I have my function declared and my params pass inside of it. So what I want to do is at every block, I want to check this param. Right. How do I do it? Inside my function, I'm going to say if weather, where am I seeing weather? This weather. So if weather is equal to cloudy, cloudy. What did we say the last time? What do we bring if weather is cloudy? Cloudy. I'm just going to copy this. I don't want to type again. I'm lazy. Cloudy, please bring an umbrella, right? Else, if weather is equals to raining, like so, I want to say something like, what did we call it? If it's rainy, you bring raincoat, I think. Yes.
Yeah,
Please
raincoat.
bring raincoat. And else if it's storming, what do you bring? Console.log. Please bring, what do you bring when it's storming? Wear sunglasses, bring sunglasses. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to okay, leave it like this. So I'm going to pass health block. I'm going to say do whatever you want. I don't care. Now you have your function. You see that? Now, if I invoke the function here now, I say check weather. And inside I pass param of cloudy. Then repeat it. Raining. Then storming. Then I just pass some garbage here. You know? So I expect the last block to show for me, right? So let me collapse this. Sorry, I'm actually looking for something right here. Okay, let's go. Do that one later. So now, if I run this now, node, what did I call? What is the name of that function? Weather.
Weather.js.
Yes, node weather dot js. What the? Where am I? Am I inside the PWG? Oh, sorry. How did I get out of here? So I need to go to script. Now, you see that the first one says, please bring an umbrella. Please bring raincoat. Please bring sunglasses. Do whatever you want. I don't care. So now you see, now I can call my function, and you see it's kind of like easier to look and easy to comprehend here. Like this is a function, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Akolade, any questions? Now you see that you declare your function first, then you pass your if block inside your function.
So, but this thing is not standing for a conditional statement because everything log out.
No, it's standing for conditional statement because I call it 4 times.
Okay, sir.
Because I call the function 4 times, just to show you that I can call the function 4 times. I'm passing whatever I want to pass. If I call it 1 time, and give me a minute. If I run the function, it's going to log for me once. So based on the argument I put in there, so as it is, I don't have to do anything with my function or with the variable which is I'm passing inside, as long as I have it written in the function. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the other time we were talking about why is it not coming, you said something about return. Okay. Now, as it is now, our function is just logging something to the console, right? It's not returning the value, right? What do I mean by that? If I do something like this, who is that? That's Xavier. If I do something like this, let's say const func check value equals to this. If I do this, let's see what we are going to get. I hope this will help me explain whatever I want to explain. Yeah. Now, you see what happened here. It first called this function, right? And it sent this undefined. This undefined, who can tell me where it's coming from? Akolade, do you want to help me? Where is this undefined coming from?
I think the function value.
Very
Console
good.
function value.
Very good. It's coming from line 15. And we can check this out if we pass checking weather. So let's see again. If I clear my screen. So you see, it's logging out undefined and it's logging this message. Now, please take note of what I just did now in line 15. This is how you might want to debug your code if you're having issues in your code. So majorly you use console log. But now, the reason why we are getting undefined is because we are trying to save this function inside this value, right? And we can't do that. Why? Because this function is not returning anything. There is no value that is coming back from this function. It's just console logging it. For your function to actually return a value, you have to use the return keyword, not console log. Now, how do I mean? I want to say something like, give me a minute. Return. I want to use return, right? So let me say things like this. I'm going to call this, right? I'm going to say let message equals to this, like so, then return message. I want to do the same thing for all of these, dude. Let message, you know, for us to, there is what they call dry, right? In JavaScript, dry, which not in JavaScript, in the programming language. Do not repeat yourself. Don't repeat yourself. Don't repeat yourself. Dry. So now, the way I'm going to write this code now, you can see that I'm going to be declaring this variable again and again and again and again, right? So, for example, let me just finish it so I can explain to you. I'm going to say let message equals to this, then I want to return message. I'm going to do the same thing here. Let message equals to this, then return message. Then finally, let message equals to this, then return message. Now, can somebody please tell me how many times have I declared the message now as a variable?
Four times.
4 times. Line 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see I declared it 4 times and it's still the same thing. So in that case, this code is not dry because I've repeated myself 4 times. So the best way to do this is to come before the if block. I will say let message. I initialize this variable without, I declare this variable without initializing it. You remember what I said, that there are times you want to, but that's the reason why you'll be able to use let, because you can use const to declare a variable without initializing it. Does it make sense? So in that case now, I want to remove all of this let, remove this, remove this, remove this. Now you see that the code is working. It's not broken, but I don't have to repeat let. Now let's log to the console again. This again. Okay, let me remove. Now, what do you see? Do you see two things on the screen like you saw before?
No, sir.
You see, it's only returning line 21, line 20, sorry. Because your function now is returning something. And the moment it returns, I am now saving the value of that function inside this function check value, and I'm outputting it here, and I'm console logging it here. You know, before now, it was showing undefined, then it will show checking weather, right? But now, this is having a value now because we are using this return keyword. And anything you put after this return cannot work. I'm just going to say something here. It won't work. You can see that the code is kind of graded out. If I put console on it, what is it written there?
Unreachable code detected.
Exactly. Anything you put after return will not be read by your code. Because what return is going to do is that once your function hit return, it terminates the function. The function no longer run again. I don't know if you understand my explanation. Return means once you get here, please terminate.
Like full stop.
Exactly. Terminate and give me whatever you see here. And that is what return keyword is doing. And this is another way and another reason or another benefit of using arrow function. You can easily save it in a variable again and use it. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions? It seems it's only me and Akolade that is here. Any questions? Any questions?
So can I use my phone to snap the codes?
This one?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, I will share the link to the video.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any questions? Okay. Now, this is going to be your take home. You're going to write a function. Excuse me. What is the function going to do? Okay, you're going to write a function which is going to show what you will do in the morning, afternoon, and night. So if we pass argument money into it, it's going to tell us what you are going to be doing in the morning. If we pass argument of night into it, it's going to tell us what you will be doing in the night, at night. If we pass argument noon into it, or afternoon, depends on how you structure your code now, it will tell us what you'll be doing in the afternoon. That is going to be your take home. So once you're able to digest this, then by Wednesday, we are going to dive into how we can communicate with our JavaScript to DOM on Wednesday. But if you don't have your homework or task before Wednesday, you will not be allowed into the class. So you have to write a function that will take a parameter, and based on the parameter that you pass into it, it's going to tell us what you are doing in the morning. If we pass afternoon, it will tell us what you are doing in the afternoon. If we pass noon and night, like that. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Savior, you have a question, so ask your question.
Yeah, sir. So please, can you help us write it? Can you help us write it?
No, I won't write it.
Okay.
It's very simple.
I'm
Write a
taking notes.
function.
That's why.
Yeah, write a function that will tell us what you will do in the afternoon. If we will pass afternoon to it, it will tell us what you do in the morning. If you pass morning to it, it will tell us what you will do at night. If you pass night into it. Any other questions?
Okay, sir.
Any other questions? Okay. So I assume that we all understood this very question and what we are to do, right? Maybe we just do it now and submit. Yeah. It's not going to be take home. We have 30 minutes. We have 30 minutes.
I'm
So
not with my system, sir.
I don't care how you want to write it. I don't know.
I'm
You
still on
have
my
to
way.
submit. You
Yeah.
have to submit the Savior. So now you have 30 minutes. Take 30 minutes and write that function and submit. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, sir. But
But what?
So my
I'm not
laptop
with
is
my system.
down.
Congratulations, Divine. Your laptop is down. Bring it up.
Stop.
Okay. 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 So ensure that you submit before Wednesday class.
Hello, sir.
Right. Rotimi.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, Rotimi. Ask your question. Hello, Rotimi. ask your question. Akolade, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, today's lecture, I'm very sorry, I didn't get. Sir? Hello, sir. Yeah, yeah. Today's class is. I didn't really. Maybe.
Akolade, can you help me tell him that we cannot hear him? Akolade, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I can
Okay.
hear you.
All right. I will share the video with us. Now, I want us to understand
Thank you, sir.
because I was expecting a question from any of you, and none of you ever asked me that question. We pass params into a function, and we pass two data type so far. We pass string and we pass number. I want you to know that your function can as well accept an array as a parameter. So your function can accept any data type that you actually passed as a parameter. So you need to have that at the back of your mind. So your function doesn't just accept a string and numbers. It can accept any data type that you passed. So I'm going to show us an example now. I'm not saying that do that, right? But I just want you to understand that it can accept it. Okay. Okay. Don't let me show that to us now because I don't want us to get confused right now. So, but does that answer some questions? Your function can accept any data type, right? Not just string and numbers. So do we have any questions before we call it a day? Any questions?
Yeah. Hello, sir. Can I say something? Yeah.
Yes,
Please. Yeah, please. I would like you to the assignment, the homework you give us. Maybe you can help write it on the WhatsApp because today's class I didn't enjoy it because network has been logging me out, and on my system I can't use it at all. So I have to step out of the house and use my phone to just try and get the little I can get at the moment.
Okay.
So
Rotimi, I said Rotimi. Akolade, please type the task that everybody is supposed to do based on the instruction I gave. Type it in the group chat for them to be able to grab it. Does that make sense, Akolade?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. But I thought you said you help us to share the video, sir.
Yeah,
So
I will share the video, but just still type the question that they are supposed to do. But I will still share the video.
okay, sir.
Yes, I will share the video. I promise.
So can you read the question again, sir, so that I can write it?
So I'm saying that you write a function that is going to take in a parameter, and based on the parameter we pass into it, if we pass money, it will tell us what you are doing in the morning. If we pass afternoon or noon, it will tell us what you are doing in the afternoon. If we pass night, it will tell us what you are doing at night. So whatever you like, you do. So we see it once we run your function. So the question, type it and send it to the group chat. Do you need me to go over it again, Akolade?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Write a function in parameter.
No, write a function that will take a parameter.
Okay, write a function that.
Yes. So based on the argument that you pass into your function, if we pass night, it will tell us what you are doing at night. If we pass morning, it will tell us what you are doing in the morning. If we pass noon, it will tell us what you are doing at noon. All right. So if
I
you
have a
type in,
question.
okay, Savior, even
So
though you are the boss stop.
can we have more than one perimeter in a function?
Yes, I'd already answered that. You can have as many as you like.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like more than one perimeter in a function.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we did that here, right? We did that in this function. Look at this function that is, where is that? That is calculating two numbers. Look at this, it's taking two parameters. See that? It's taking two. First number and second number. Those are two parameters. So you can pass as many as you like, params.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? All right. I will ensure, I will try my best to see that I share the video this night or first thing tomorrow morning, because I mean it.
Thank you,
You
sir.
will not be allowed into the class on Wednesday if you don't do your take home. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to class today. Even though many of you are not in class, you only came, you were not in class, but no problem. We catch each other on Wednesday. All right. Akolade, don't forget, please, if you can, still post it this night so
Okay, sir.
that those people that left the class can see it. And I will try my best to see how possible I can push the video this night. All right.
Okay, sir. Sorry,
Please
sir.
know that. Yeah, ask me.
Just 1 minute again, sir. I want
No
to
problem.
write it correct. Write a function that
Take
in
a
parameter
parameter. That
based
take a
on
parameter.
that
Full
take
stop.
in parameter. Okay.
Yes. Then
Okay.
based on the
Based on
argument
argument
passed.
that pass in your function.
Exactly.
A morning, afternoon, and
Morning,
evening.
afternoon, and night, or evening, as the case may be. So based on what you now pass inside that function, it will tell us what you are doing in those period of the day.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Divine, let me take your question, so and we wrap up.
Tell me, sir. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Oh,
but it seems it is very faint.
what about now? Is it better?
You are close.
All right, yeah, let me just go ahead. So, at what point do you return the function? Do you when
At
you're about
all
concluding?
at all points that you write your function, because your function should have to return a value. So at every point you write your function, you need to return the value in that function. You won't be
More
using
like
console.
returns are responses.
Say again.
No, more like returns are more like the response.
Return
You
means
give it
that,
function.
okay, for example, now, if I'm writing a function that takes your age and calculate the year you were born. So, for example, if the person is 16, it will take in 16 years of age, then tell me if the person was born 1920 or 1920 or 2022, right? So ideally, your function, the output or the final outcome of your function should be that year that the person were born, right?
Yes.
Good. So you have to return that year that the person was born before you can actually see the output. You will not use console.log. We're just using this for learning purpose. But at every point you write your function, it should return a value. Yes.
Is there any material we can read of regarding JavaScript?
How do you mean materials?
Something you can subscribe or recommend to us,
Okay,
probably online
just
source.
just like I said, if you're not too clear about a particular topic, you can Google or you can check YouTube. But
Oh,
you need to, one of the reason and one of the mistakes that we always make is because there are plenty of materials out there. And if one is not
definitely.
careful, you get lost in which one should you.
Mm.
So the best things, you can take one step at a time. Then try to do the task given to you because that is how you understand it. You can't understand programming language by reading about it over time. No, you can by practicing and making your mistakes and learning by them or through your mistakes. I made mine. I'm still making mine, right? So also, everyone will do. I will try my best to share the video, like I said. So maybe you can go over it again. Then, if you know or you notice any of the concept that you're not clear about, then you can then try to Google or go to YouTube and try to learn from it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming to class today.
Thank
I
you so
hope to
much.
see your task before I see you on Wednesday. Have a very good night, everyone.
Nice, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.